Hi, Vortex. So I just went on a cold brew run, similar to a beer run. Very, very important that I get my cold brews. You know the ones. Those little coffee beverages that I'm always drinking. Come back, Vortex. Come back. I know you want to leave me so bad, but it's not time yet. These. Only the serious coffee drinker can appreciate a cold brew. Most coffee drinkers are pussies. They have to add cream, they have to add sugar. They have to add some sort of flavor, like it has to be a vanilla latte or hazelnut. No, I'm not saying that those coffees can't be good, but what I'm saying is that you're not a coffee drinker, okay? You're just not. So we need to stop saying, yeah, we drink coffee. No, you drink fucking pussy drinks. That's what it is. It's like somebody saying that they love alcohol, but they drink fucking Smirnoff. Okay? Just shut up. Just shut up and kill yourself. Right? So, now, I don't think that there's one way to appreciate things, but I do think that there's one right way to appreciate things. So there are various levels of appreciation. You know, I look at a lot of things the same way that I look at my relationship with Jesus Christ, you know. I feel like there are many ways to worship God, but I feel like Orthodox Christians worship God the right way, like the exact right way, because orthodoxy means right belief. In case you're wondering, you probably weren't, but there's a fun fact for you. But like, I've been to a lot of churches, and the Orthodox Church was like the only church that made any sense to me in regards to the way that they worship. Especially like when it comes to white people. Like, say I go to a black church and they're like singing and joyous and happy, and you know, they're so excited about eternal life and all that. I feel like that's appropriate, and I feel like black people are naturally like more exuberant anyway. With white people, it's like they have to fake that shit, you know? That's why most white churches can't be trusted either. And well, I would say that most people in general can't be trusted, because it's very rare with everything that you see that people that get involved with certain things actually care about those things and know what's best for themselves and others. Okay? Which is kind of like, you know, counterintuitive, because you think, you know, if they really cared about this, they'd probably know that everything that they're doing is not going to, you know, be a good representation of what they think they represent. But, yeah, a lot of people have this problem. But anyway, like, that's why I don't try to like push orthodoxy on people, because I don't think that's the way to get people. Like, I tell people about my church. I think like what most people can't get down with is the fasting, because they just don't understand why we do it. thing I really like about it is that the people that are involved in the Orthodox Church, they seem to have like a deeper understanding of why they do what they do. Whereas, you know, if you talk to like most people about most things, they really don't know why they do any of it. You know? I mean, my parents are probably the best example. Like, they go to the doctor because now's the time to go to the doctor. And they take the flu shot because now's the time to take the flu shot. That's what their doctor told them to do, you know? Well, now's the time to vote. Now's the time for that good old Census Bureau. Now's the time that we pretend that these people are going to do some shit for us. Now's the time that we pretend that we're doing something really important by pressing a button, you know? But yeah, it's like I talk to various people about their religion, and, you know, they can't tell me anything in that Bible. Like, they're just so oblivious, it seems. They're so oblivious to the way the things really are. Is that Chevy Vale? Little red Chevy Vale. Every time I see one, it makes me so sad. I want to like rip the person out of the driver's seat and be like, "Give me back my car!" I know that's bad, huh? To like hold myself back, like, no, you totaled that car. You totaled it. Do you not remember that? Do you not remember the hematoma on your knee? Do you not remember them forcing you to go to the hospital? Do you not remember that? Purposely blocked it out of my memory. Anyway. Yeah, so there's just so much out there, though, that, yeah, people just don't understand. About this world. Like, if they don't understand themselves, and they don't understand why they do the things that they do, why would they understand anything about this world? Why would they understand anything about, like, the people that run everything and the system, you know? It's like they're gonna trust it. They're gonna trust it because they can't really trust themselves. But, yeah, I think about that. Like how, you know, if we lived in a country that encouraged self-knowledge and encouraged the DIY approach, it's like we would live in such an amazing country. If we didn't foster this whole idea that, like, oh, well, we don't have to do that. No, there are people that take care of that. You know, there's this whole, like, entity of people that are gonna, like, cover that, so we don't have to even think about that. It's like, I don't know. I'm just very suspicious of anybody that says that they can do something for me. So much so that it really bothers my parents that I'm like that. Mainly because I've been like that with them for fucking ever. Like, they've taken care of me, and, yeah, I'm just so, like, leery of accepting any kind of help from anybody. But, you know, if people are willing to give it and I'm not in a position to say no, like, I'm obviously just going to take it, you know. But I don't like receiving help from people because I look at that as like leverage. Like, now that person has leverage over me. But it does kind of annoy me, like, whenever people like try to help me. Like, it just pisses me off, really. And I don't take it personally, like, oh, you think I need help and all that. It's more like the principle of it. The fact that you think that people always need help. This is why we live in such a weak, pansy society, you know? Because people can't just, like, do anything for themselves. They constantly need a pill for this and a pill for that and a television show for this and a Netflix program for that. And, you know, it's like people aren't just satisfied. Just the simple stuff. Like, that's why the television exists. Because they capitalize on the fact that Americans are miserable people that do things to perpetuate their own misery. And they're not conscious of what makes them miserable in the first place because they don't have God in their heart. And so when you don't have God in your heart, it's really easy for the enemy to take over your mind. And that's what you see happen with all these folks that are obsessed with their stupid identity. Nobody cares about your identity, honey. Nobody. Including all the people that pretend that they care about their identity. They don't care about it either. They're just doing that because they're miserable, okay? So people that don't know who they are just look at their skin color and go, oh, let's talk about that. Or they look at their genitals and they go, let's talk about that. Or they don't like their genitals and so they say, I don't have those genitals. Fuck that. You know? Like, I'm just saying that identity, people that obsess about identity are just such a waste of space. They really are. And they don't have anything going for them. Nothing real, anyway. Because, like, this isn't real. Like, I know that there's a case that you can make about, oh yeah, skin tone, like, does determine a series of things, and yeah, I understand. Biologically, psychologically, yes, I get that. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that God doesn't give a shit about that. And if God doesn't give a shit about that, then you probably shouldn't give a shit about that either. Okay? It's just a waste of everybody's time. And I'm not just talking about Black Lives Matter, okay? I'm talking about all of it. It's all a waste of time. People yakking about their identity nonstop, whether their identity is skin color, genitals, sexual preference, religion. Love the fuck out of my religion, but I'm not going to obsess about being an Orthodox Christian, you know? I'm just going to try to follow the footsteps of Jesus Christ. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do. That's my lot in life for the remainder of this shithole, okay? I just have to do what I think Jesus would want me to do. Okay? Nothing else. But yeah, people get so caught up. Like, the whole, like, the first and second commandment are so important. And they're all about idolatry. They're all about this obsession that people have with who we think we are. Plum tuckered? You need a little pick-me-up? Sip on the best brewed coffee beverage known to humankind. Stumptown Original Cold Brew. Told you I should work for them sons of bitches. What's she doing?
mind smoking a cigarette. And I can tell that she wants me to pay attention to her, but I just don't give a shit. You ever do that? Like, you're doing something and, like, somebody else is, like, right there. And, like, you know that they're there, but you don't want them to know. Just quietly meowing over here. Yeah, but it's like she sees that I'm shooting a video. Like, I hate that shit. It's like they want to be in the video. No, you already were in the video. You were in the video, like, several weeks ago, bitch. You already got your chance. Yeah, she's the one with the black boyfriend. What are you talking about? They all have black boyfriends here. Like, you have to be fine with race mixing to work at this place. Yeah, you do. You do have to be fine with race mixing. I mean, like, I'm not gonna have a black boyfriend, but I will tell you, they're hot. They're hot. Black dudes are the hottest dudes. They just are. And it's not because of their dicks, it's because of that masculinity thing. You know that thing that they're trying to throw away and cancel out and pretend never existed? Yeah, that's what makes black men hot. I've met gay men that are black that have more masculinity than any other race. So, they're doing something right. I'm just saying. Not much, but they're doing that right, okay? Well, you think, yeah, with all that masculinity, they'd be able to, like, you know, take better care of their neighborhoods. Right? Well, that's one of the reasons why the CIA invented crack, because they had to take their ass out. They didn't want blacks to have any more control, you know? They freak the fuck out if that happens. And I really don't think it's about race as much as it's just about, like, them controlling everybody, you know? So they want to control white people just as much as they want to control black people. I think that black people in certain regards are, like, harder to control, and in other regards they're easier to control. But don't think that, like, the government is not, like, stereotyping, and, like, the big tech companies and all the advertisements, like, they're all stereotyping. If you want to complain about stereotypes, like, you need to, like, go a little farther than the police department, okay? Because they're literally all stereotyping everybody for the sole purpose of selling people shit so they can control them. And once you figure that out, you won't bitch about all the stupid bullshit that they tell you to bitch about in relation to identity, because you realize that it doesn't matter. They're controlling everybody so that they can turn everybody into a slave. Unfortunately, like, people aren't totally fine with this because they're just, like, not conscious of that, and they don't want to be, and if you try to tell them, they'll get mad at you for, like, making them have to think about stuff, you know. Nobody wants to think about stuff in America, but anyway. If I had an original point, it's gone now. But ugh. I don't want to go into work, though, I'll tell you that. I really don't want to go into work. Mainly because, like, it's been so boring lately. So just read the Bible. That's what you've been doing. Wisdom of Solomon, here we come. Right? It's true. It's true. No! 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 I don't know what she's doing over there. Smoking weed? Yeah, that's true. Touche. Yeah, so, got my own cigarette in here, right? This is what I puff on now that I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. Obviously miss cigarettes quite a bit though. Obviously. Meow. But yeah, I gotta go.